and welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be a little bit different. I had asked you guys if you wanted to see a vlog for my writing, or if you prefer to have 20 reading questions. So 20 reading questions on. So let's go ahead and get into the question. So the first question is what is your favorite genre? And for me, that would definitely have to be romance, because even though there's some other subgenres, I do have a whole bookshelf of J.R. Ward and then Gina Showalter, and then even the Antagonist series is a romance series, so I do enjoy the romance genre. So the next question is what is the book that you are currently reading? And mine would have to be Web of Lies by Jennifer Estep. This follows her main character Jen. She's an elemental assassin, and she has just taken ownership of her longtime friend who had just passed away's restaurant, and she's also retired from being the assassin called the Spider, and so she's finding herself getting twisted into a web of lies. So I'm enjoying that book currently. So question number 3 is what is the first book that you remember loving? And for me, that would have to be the Little Prairie series. I really love this series, and it was originally gifted to me in a box set, and I just fell in love with that series, and it led to Anne of Green Gables and so many other series that I love. Unfortunately, I don't have that anymore, but I really enjoyed it, and it really is the first book and series that I enjoyed the most. So for question number 4, it asks, what book or series would you like to be adapted into a film? And for me, that would be a very difficult question, because I'm so worried that they would just screw it up. So, but all jokes aside, I would really love for them to make the White Rabbit series by Gina Showalter. This series is really good. It would appeal to a lot of people, and hello, zombies. So number 5 is what is your favorite protagonist? And for me, that's kind of difficult. I usually root for the villains. So, for me, that would have to be Radu from the Antagonist series. I really enjoy him, and I root for him, and not as much for Lada, but I like Radu the best. Number 6, who is your favorite antagonist? And for me, that would have to be Maven from King's Cage in the Red Queen series. He is such a good villain, and he, just a little bit of spoilers, you'll figure this out if you read the series though, but it's not too big of a spoiler. His mom has been slowly, ever since he was a child, stealing away his humanity, like flipping his humanity switch. If you've seen like Vampire Diaries or like the Angel or Buffy series, and so when she actually dies, her voice is so ingrained in his head that it manipulates everything that he does and makes him 10 times more cruel than he ever would have been. And I just love him, and just one of the things that he does do is that he actually goes on a wild hunt for the hybrid silvers and kills them and leaves letters for Mare to find. And it is, when you read the letters, it is so twisted, and I just love him for his darkness, plus always root for the monster. So hey, definitely Maven. So my next question is do you write any stories? And yes, I do. I have one that is called The Solaris Chronicles, and then I have one that is called From 7 to 6. From 7 to 6 is based on a fictional town called Shady Valley, and it follows the lives of the Watson grandchildren and how they find their own happily ever afters. And then I have the Solaris series. It's a science fiction series where it follows 2 sisters, Snake and Lethiel, on their adventure to helping this one woman leads them to their past and a brand new future. So I do have stories that I write, and I do have the occasional like random short story that I write. Number 8 is a movie that you think that was better than its book. And for me, I was looking at my own collection behind me, and then I was trying to think, and the only books behind me that have been made into actual movies would be Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is right here for me. And I didn't like the Harry Potter adaptations as much because I felt like they left a bunch of things out of the books that would have made a lot more of the characters seem more relatable and more likable. But of course, they've got a plan for if you never actually read the books, you're just going to watch their movies. So I understand that. So for me, I actually had to twist this around, and you cannot see it because it is above, on the shelf above, but it is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I feel that the actual play was a whole lot better than the actual book. The book was kind of lengthy and at times a little bit confusing with how his writing style goes. If you've ever read a Gregory Maguire book, you definitely know exactly what I'm talking about. But definitely, I do choose Wicked, the Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, their adaptation into an actual play instead. So number 9 was, what is the best book that you've read this year? And for me, that was a toss-up to 2 books, and I ultimately came down to this one right here. I really loved this one. It had great writing. I loved the characters that are in it, and I'm looking forward to reading the sequel, and it's just such a great book, and I loved it. I'm excited about Crown of Wishes. And number 10 is, who is one of your favorite authors? And one of my favorite authors is Gina Showalter. She is so creative. I love all the series that she has, and I just have a ton of books. Obviously I have an entire bookshelf dedicated to her, so yes, she's one of my favorites. So number 11 is, what is your least genre read? And for me, that would have to be nonfiction. The only reason that I look at nonfiction is for my writing purposes for my stories. So, or if I find something interesting, like with the Antagonist series, where it's loosely based off of historical facts, then of course I went and read the real thing. But other than that, it's usually gonna be nonfiction. Number 12 is a book recommendation for a friend, and I have chosen The Gravedigger's Brawl, and it is a steampunk era book where it has 2 male leads falling in love intertwined with a ghost story. And I just realized that about 2 or 3 videos ago I said I don't have anything to compare to The House for like a suggestion for an alternative for a haunted location. This would be it. By Abigail Brooks. So if you love the steampunk era and you love 2 men falling in love mixed with ghosts and drinking, this is the book for you. It's really well written and I absolutely adore it. Number 13 is your favorite film adaptation of a book, and for me that would have to be Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl. I think that the cast selected for that movie was amazing and I just love it to death. Number 14 is book that I've read the most times, and I'm gonna reach over here to the J.R. Ward bookshelf and pull up this handy dandy guy right here. It is Lover Eternal, and I have read it so much. That's what the spine looks like from it. It's just one of my all-time go-to books, especially if I don't know what to read or if I'm in a slump or something. I'll read this and like I'll be back on track for reading. 15 is a book that you didn't expect to like, and for me that would have to be Cinder. I did not want to give this book a chance. I had started it and then I DNF'd it and then I picked it back up and I fell in love with it. Ended up with the entire series except for Winter. Number 16 is favorite classical book, and for me that would have to be Dracula by Bram Stoker, and I absolutely adore that book and it is one of my favorite classical reads. A book that has impacted me the most, I would definitely have to say the Harry Potter series, because it influenced me in a time in a life, and it helped me to, because of loving that series, meet different people and have a great set of friends. So I would definitely say the Harry Potter series. Number 18 is, if you can meet an author living or dead, who would it be? Mine would be Agatha Frost, because I have such great interactions with her on Twitter. I would just love to meet her in person. Number 19 is an author you think that people should know more about, so I'm going to give you 3 authors. The first one's going to be Agatha Frost, Jennifer Estep, and then also Amanda Flower. We need more people to know about these books because they're such amazing authors. And then for number 20, what is your favorite author of all time? And I'm just gonna have to say J.R. Ward, because I have the most books of hers and I love her so much and I buy almost every book that she comes out with. So yes, definitely J.R. Ward. I hope that you've enjoyed these questions. I'd love to hear your answers down below, so feel free to comment or link me a video if you make a video of it. I'd love to see what you have for your answers, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye!